I'm Lucas, and this is my fifth and probably final video of how to do Photoshop. Okay, so today we're gonna learn about some of the most important tools up here. Since there's so many of them, I'm not gonna do them all, but just the ones that I think are really awesome. But first we need to get into our little Ice Kirby. Okay, so there we go. And there's Ice Kirby. I've been using him for the whole video and he's still fine. Okay, so first is the um first as I talked about last time, there's the any of the ones that I already talked about. I'm not going to talk about again, but yeah. Okay, so first is the go to enhance, adjust color, adjust hue and saturation, and basically the layer that you selected, you can change pretty much the color. And yeah, it's really cool. Hue changes like the color. Uh-oh. No, my. Whoa. Like, you can make Kirby different colors. That would be a cool effect to do the crystals. You can use the selected part, maybe. Saturation makes it either lighter or lets the color be more intense or less intense. So, gray Kirby, super dark Kirby, that's a bit weird, though. And lightness, that suggests it makes either the thing lighter or darker. I don't know. I don't play around that much with lightness and darkness. It's mostly hue and saturation that I play around with. But now Kirby's purple, okay? Next is go to image, rotate, or transform, skew, let's say. Okay, that's great. I can't do anything. Okay, so let's say I create a square, and I want to make it into a triangle. Go to skew, and go like, wah, wah. Now Kirby's got a triangle hat instead of crystals. Whoa, whoa, that's magical. So basically, that's all it really does. But I mean, you don't have an option to create a triangle here, so skew's really helpful. Next is, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, so adjustment, filter adjustment threshold is really cool. So right now this is the original image, and you can either make it a lot darker, like your starting part's darker, or a lot lighter. The thing that this is really helpful for isn't on making the actual image darker or lighter, but on selecting actual parts of it. So let's say I want the white part, because I like the white part, but I don't know how to select it. Uh, let's do like turquoise, maybe? Or no, this is how to play around with this is a cool idea with the gradients. Now it's Rainbow Kirby. Whoa. It's magical. Tell you. Okay, so back to Purple Kirby, because that's actually cool. Okay, so all of these pretty much are these over here. So let's say I want to pixelate Kirby, like he's in some games. Now Kirby's pixelated. Sort of cool thing. You can make him. That's a bit weird though. I don't know. Some of these aren't that good for certain images, but some look really awesome. Like that, those two effects would look really awesome for Kirby. Okay, but enough with that. Let's go back to some more. Um, Go to adjust lighting and shadows and all this. You can either this helps if your guy has shadows. Of course, Kirby doesn't actually have a shadow in this, but you can make it. It's really useful. That's actually kind of cool, but you can darken it, or you can make it a bit weird. You can make him have a bit of a darker or lighter aura. I don't know. I don't play around with this that much. Okay. Next is, so let's say I create a shape. It's another black shape, and I want to do stuff with it because I like it. Okay, so first let's go to enhance, color, color variations. Okay, before, after. Okay. I don't know what this does really because I don't use it that much, but it's cool to know about. Okay, so that's not really that useful. But here's two tools that you really need to know. Okay, so let's say I created 50 different stupid layers. There we go. Like 24 layers. Are we really going to keep track of that all? No. And especially once you're done with this, there's a much simpler way to keep track of all your layers. Highlight the bottom one, go control, merge layers. It'll turn it all into one giant layer, and it's really, really useful to know if you want to be organized like me. Okay. Final one. We've done a little of this. Like in the first thing I told you about the inverse and all that great stuff. But basically, this is what inverse does. Okay, so let's say I want to have this square, but what if I press delete or something? Then I won't have a square anymore. Sad. I want a square. Okay, this is what I do if you want a square. There we go. So let's say I press delete or erase, and I want to have a square. Sad. I don't know if a square would be the best idea, actually. Okay, so let's say I go to File. Okay. Basically what inverse does is if you have something selected, then it'll change the selection so it selects the whole board instead of just that image. It's pretty useful, actually, and you need to know how to use it. Okay, next is go to Layer. Here's one of these. Okay, select Modify Border. Okay, so I wanted to do that, and there we go. We have it now a border, which is pretty cool, actually. I like a border. I like a border on my thing, and there we go. Now there's like a random rainbow thing. It'll be Kirby's multi-dimensional portal to go into. Yeah, like that idea. Kirby needs a multi-directional portal, doesn't he? Who doesn't? But anyway, the thing about border is it's really cool to know how to use border. So let's say you want to create a hobbit house, then you can do it with a border. Like I did that before, and it's pretty interesting to know how to use. But yeah, you need to know how to use all this kind of stuff if you want to be good at Photoshop. Next is, whoops, wrong thing. Next is layer, modify. I use a lot of modify, and it'll expand your thing. But that's really all the stuff you should really know if you want to do this. Now I'm going to save this image because it's actually pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, bye. I may do more videos, but I think this is going to be my final video. But anyway, bye. I hope you like this series of videos, and if you want me to do more, just leave it in the comments. Bye!